might bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you're at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the pastor say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMPD. Go and get yourself esteem. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly. They been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag. We're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Ooh, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seed.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. To the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now Murray off play action. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Shotgun now from Murray. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
To throw again on second down. Murray, he sets up the screen to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game. They must like the matchups they're getting. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First down.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Play fake. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore.
Murray's pass.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a pickup of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Murray. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to run it with Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
Here's Murray. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack, taken down at the 2.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Touchdown.
Scotty Miller, his first touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Good kicker on.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Miller. And some room to work. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader. And quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing. And let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He was taken
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting, and he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. From the 25 on 2nd down. Murray, man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
Murray now. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Mayfield. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Murray. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13.
Ridley.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Murray into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Harris. That pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass.
And we'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Miller with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Buccaneers 14. Lions.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. From the gun, Murray. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards. And the Buccaneer 1st down.
Operating from the gun, Murray going to throw deep for the end zone. this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now you got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Mayfield setting up the screen for Miller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. The catch made by Miller. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
The Bucs 43-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield on play action. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Open man is Miller. He's got it. Winding down, and the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
2nd down.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now it's Miller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A first down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Miller. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Well, he was going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Touchdowns have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Mayfield on first down. And there he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
The intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyler Matthew. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a
touchdown, Tampa Bay. DJ Moore, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Buccaneers.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And Ingram holds it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with Jones. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Buying time to his left. His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Miller. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it again with Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
2 yards on the.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, and stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Miller. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
The ball carrier.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing right, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And a Buccaneer 1st down.
Offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Tampa Bay, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Detroit, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And the playoffs will run through their house as they'll get the week off and get set to host a divisional round game in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis...
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're friend smart, but my boy's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die. I feel like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool. I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate think I'm joking. This so real for real. Lightweight bust off half a. Yeah, I'm sweating, baby. Must be all them happy meals. I don't know how happy feels, but damn, I'm trying to find out. Say I got sex appeal. I think it's 'cause I work that gun. I'm ready to race. No, don't fear none. I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one. See it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on. I can't be replaced. I just take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win again. Take a sip, but it's split. We on track for the win. Celebrate the win again. Celebrate the win. She-Rag got me.
Hit boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe, one to keep your eyes open, keep you on your toes. You know the ones that want to keep you where you've been before. But I can't go, no I can't go. And whoa, sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than what I get, expecting at the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay, look, sometimes you need the faith, sometimes you need to know your worth, sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but ain't from the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake, you gon' have to pay. But wait, jugging on the main stage, the mainframe, loosen up your face, baby. Sometimes I need a vacate, meditate, hydrate, protect my energy before engagement.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Meticulous with words, such a force of nature. I don't wanna seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I wanna see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit.